So okay, video today, pressing books. I'm gonna be pressing the goodie book from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right there that you see. So this is the way I do it. I remember back in the day when I did my Miles Morales books. My first set, I did 10 blue labels. 3 came out 9.8, and the rest 9.6. So I failed on that one. Then my submissions, my 30 books, I did it again differently. Process. For my signature series by Brian Michael Bendis, I submitted a 30, 20, 21, 22, came back 9.8, and the rest, 9.4, the rest 9.6. So this is what I do, all right? So I use the magazine boards, okay, 8x11, always get one side coated, all right? So like for example, you will see here, that side is coated, all right, and the other side it's not coated. Wait to zoom in right there, all right. So you got that one. Then you wanna, this one's I got it on eBay, 200 for like $25, all right. The cookie craft silicone paper, I got this on Amazon for $15 for 1,000. All right, this is the one I use right there. Slick paper, silicone release paper. So that's the one I use. I got it on Amazon for $15 for 1,000. All right, so there we go. So this is the way I set it up. So today, this book is what we will be doing today. So the first thing you want to do is look for the spine. This is the spine of the book. And anything 2,000 and up, you want to use 2 boards, all right? You want to use 2 of these because the staples are real thick. These are small staples, okay? So this is the reason why I'm doing this one. So let me show you the front and the back. You see? Real damage. And here's that's the way I order it. I saw a guy on eBay, had a whole bunch of them. He said they were all damaged. So I brought them all, and hopefully I can fix them all. So let's see. There we go. So I got that one. Now remember, when you do the, always keep your glossy side up. Make sure everything is dusted off, everything is good. So let's go over here. I opened a lot of stuff. You can see a little bit of dust there. So I'm gonna have to clean all that stuff off again before I do anything. So again, when you get your board here, you want to trace lines. You want to make sure it's right there. Look, see? Right there. So you want to cut that part off and that part there. But you want to keep like a thing, you know, your pinky. You see your pinky? Enough room so you can close your book, all right? For example, you close your book. You want something like this. You see how it looks like? You want something like that, all right? So let me take this off. There's not enough room there. So that's how you want to do it. So here's the other book that I have. It's the same condition. So you want to go like this. You see? Same thing. Front and back, same thing. So let me show you now my presser. So here's my presser, all right? This is the one I use. It's a Masterpiece 5000 TX, okay? So I always keep my temperature on this one in 150, like you can see right there, right? Always keep it 150. When you open it, okay, if anybody's watching this, I really would like to have a bigger one that can open wider. This is a small one. I'm not sure how you look this up to get a bigger one. But when you open it, I don't have enough room to work on. Like you see. All right, I usually burn my hands because of that. It's not enough room. I would like to have bigger clamps. But anyways, let's keep moving on. So I use some boards here because to press it tightly, I added these boards. And here's the metal sheet, all right? I close it so it can be hot in the bottom. I learned that from eBay, watching other people. I try to combine everything perfectly like everybody else. I tried to combine everything I learned. So there we go. So let me close it back up. As you can see, the temperature is already at 150. Over a little bit of 150, but right there it is. All right. Okay, right there. So let me show you my humidity chamber. Okay, so here's my humidity chamber. Okay, I always have towels and stuff. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it, but this is the way. I have two different. I did it two different ways. I recommend getting this one. Both are better, but I'd rather see it. But they didn't have two, and I wasn't in a rush. I wasn't gonna wait. I went everywhere looking for another one. I got this in Walmart. So here we go. You open it up. Here's these. I'm not gonna use these because these are old. Here's a towel. I always use a towel. These crates, I got it in Lowe's. It's for the ceilings. So I got this in Lowe's. Then I got some water there from my last press. I had to throw that away. I get this, the oven. I got two of those for both of them. All right. I got these and those so I can tie them up. Let me show you guys. Okay. You have to do a lot of work. So you want to drill. Get these straps. You see? Strap them tight and put them in. You cut them. You cut these exact same size. You know what I mean? Just use your brain. I won't be able to explain things correctly, but you guys watching it, you should have a pretty good idea, right? So remember, I got this plastic case on those, both of them. I got this, on Walmart. I got these two containers in Walmart. All right. I recommend getting this one. Okay, the one that clicks onto this. You see, clicks that one. Then you want to get these at Lowe's with these, or this at Lowe's. There's two. You cut them accordingly to your size. All right. So let me put this back in here. You see how I cut it. You see. One of these big ones did for both of these, all right? One side did both, all right? So then you place this on top, all right? When you're done. So right now I'm gonna do these two books. I'm gonna keep them on. Here's my other one. Just to give you a sample of the other one. There it is, you see? Same thing, smaller. You want to replace these because I'm doing the whole thing. You want to always put a towel on. Okay. Here's another of those. You see? Now I'll do it this way because I've seen videos with people where they have the baby humidifier thing. You know, the baby thing, the humidifier thing. But I don't like that. This is the reason why. You ever got a facial? You know, I did. You know what I mean? It's stuff or anything, but I used to do it when I get young. It opens your pores. The heat opens your pores. Those baby humidifier things, and it's not hot. It's not hot as I want it to be. I want the page to open up, the pores of the pages to open up and suck the humidity in when I press them, all right? I don't think those, you know, I have one, and I threw the whole container out because I think it was a big disaster, all right? So I threw that away, and I started over. You know, that's the ones I did with my Mirage, my first set, and it went wrong. When I did it this way, it came out more better. The pages absorb everything with the heat, all right? So, and there we go. So I'm gonna show you guys how I set it up, step by step, all right? So this might be a two-parter, all right, video. So here's the next step for when you do your humidity chamber. So I have a water filtration, you see, Berkeley, you see? I have all those filters in there, all right? That's to purify your water, all right? So I use purified water when I do, it removes all those metals and everything, all right? So that's what I use. So let me show you the next step. If you don't have this, you have to get, you know, the water from Walmart, those gallons, you know what I mean? Just make sure you use the ones that doesn't have the metals or anything. That's what I learned from YouTube. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I'm just lucky that I have it like this, all right? So here's the next step. You have to boil your water. That's what I mean. It's like having a facial. You see this one is already boiling, okay? So when it starts boiling, you wait like 3 minutes, right? 3 to 5 minutes, right? This one is almost there, all right? This is a thicker pan. This is for rice and stuff. So I have to get another one like that. But I haven't had time. Pretty soon I have to update my pots and pans. So here we go. So here's the next step that I did, all right? So you set up your, when you're ready to put them in a humidifier, you put your rag, one of those rags, towels, the small towels ones. Then you put it in the spine between. You leave it in the humidity chamber for 1 hour. That's how long I leave it. So I got both of them there. Here's another thing that I used to use. You see, I brought this a long time ago. So if you don't have, you know, that's another thing, but that costs like $300 to get it all set up like that. So, you know, that's the way I used to do it back in the day. So here's the setup. All right, nice. I clean out the water, got it all cleaned out and everything. Now I'm gonna get the water, put it in, and see what happens. All right. So there we go. So let's move into the next step. So here's the first one. You see all the steam coming out and everything. So that's how you wanna do it. So let me set it up. It's in. You can see that steam. I'm gonna close it up before. There we go. You see how the steam is getting trapped in there? So now I'm gonna put my towel and my weight to keep it all in there. So there we go. The towel and everything, the weight, I used a 30-pound. So everything is right there. So now we're gonna start with the second one. Here's the second one. The water's coming in the steam, you can see it. So let's keep moving on. I got the book in. Now I'm gonna close it. So okay, so I got both of them in the humidity chamber. So I'm gonna keep it in for an hour. Here's my timer. So I'm gonna set it up. Okay, it's set up. So now I'm gonna start with the other process. It's gonna take an hour. And that's it. Okay, since I'm waiting for the humidity chamber, now I wanna cut these up. All right, let me cut them up for you guys. So here we are. So I cut these, cut 2. Remember, if you have the new age, anything 2000 up, you want to use 2 for a book. All right. For example, the Morales, you want to use 2 because the staples are bigger. All right, for the spine. All right, but for the older books, since the staples are smaller, you can use 1. For these, you want to use 2. All right. So there you go. I cut them. You want to use a pen to trace over the next one, and you want to use your X-Acto knife, or you want to use this blade. All right, and you cut them off. I usually do it on the floor with a tile. All right, because I don't want to scrape my floor. But there you go. So now the next part will be doing the pages and putting inside the press. So that'll be the part 2. All right. So until then, I'll see you later. Well, I decided to add more to this video. Now remember, every so often, you can see how this plastic, because it's really old, you see? When this is about probably more than 20 years old, this plastic where they put the comic book, okay? So you must understand that every, I would say 5 to 10, you know, I usually replace mine, I'm gonna be honest, every 10 years. But I think I heard people say every 5 years, because this plastic can eventually stick to your comic book, all right? So that's how happened to me before in my old books. You will see when you take them out, the color of the ink will go transfer through the plastic. You don't want that happening. So replace that. So, because I think that's what happened here. And he had his books probably somewhere moist as well, all right? So always remember that. So see the part 2 of this video, how to put your silicone papers, boards. I'm gonna do that, then put them in the press, all right? I would explain that step by step. Until then, until the next video, bye-bye.